I was growing in my faith, I had accidentally fallen upon Christian radio, and I started learning about so much. And I heard this man, Larry Burkett. He had a ministry called Crown Financial Ministry. And I listened to this man. There was something different about him. He taught about many financial matters, talked about tithing too. And I said, I have to listen to this man. He's pointing out scripture. And after I heard what he said, I said, well, if God said it, I believe that he said it. That settles it for me. This is something I need to do. I want God to know that I trust him, not just with the 10%. I know I can trust him with all of it. 8 years ago, I get this abnormal blood vessel in my spine, and I never knew it was going to lead to me not working, but that's what it ended up being. They went in, stopped it from doing more damage, and I fought it tooth and nail. I did not want to say that I was not going to be able to work. I went back to work for a year. I just couldn't do it. And I think my biggest concern was, what am I going to do for income? I can't work. And God provided there too, because there was something called disability income through Teachers Retirement Board. So I was thankful for that. And that allowed me to have half my pay. But then that's still a challenge. Half a pay, just imagine your income being cut in half. Things change. That was scary. I don't think I was ever tempted not to tithe, but he definitely proved himself during that time, because I'm still able to have the house. I'm still able to drive my car. He's like, how do you make sense of that? How you were making X amount and now it's cut in half and everything's still okay? Like, oh, that can only be God. I don't think there ever was a time that I seriously took the pen away from writing a check for a tithe and say, no, I'm not going to do it. I just said, Lord, no, I want to trust you. I don't want to turn my back on you. I know that you'll come through. I want you to trust me in this small thing so that greater things you can trust me with as well. God blesses in many ways when you show him that you trust him. And one of those ways is tithing. So he's blessed me in many ways. Financially, just being able to keep things status quo. And then on the social, emotional side, to have my daughter with me, to be with my grandchildren, to have a relationship with my son. I'd like to believe somehow there's a spiritual connection there. For me, he's given me so much. The least I can give him is what he's given me through the time I was able to work, to give me a healthy body and a healthy mind, to have an income. He gave that to me. I just want to give it back. It's just like one piece of our Christian walk, to be able to give it back to him, so I can give back to him monetarily, but I can also give back to him in other ways too, through my service, through being here in any way that he wants. So for me, the motivation is just pleasing him. I never thought, oh man, I have to do this. I'm sure I've done it in other ways in my walk, but with respect to money, I'm like, no, Lord, you've shown me what you've done, and I don't ever want to take that for granted. And even if the thought comes through my mind quickly, I'm like, no, Lord, this is yours. Look at all the things you've done for me. I have a roof over my head right now. This makes no sense. So I'm going to keep giving. I know you're going to take care of me. The more you get to know him, the more you want to give. So now we're talking even more than the tithe. Another need comes up and you're like, Lord, it's your money. Here, take it. The encouragement I would give, you have nothing to lose. Your flesh may think that you have money to lose, but you don't. He prompts you, you're going to prove him. He asks you in Scripture to prove him. So I'd ask you, prove him. Do it and see what happens. You've trusted him with your life. You've trusted him for salvation. That's the big one. The money, that's little stuff. Go ahead and try it. No one's going to know but you and God. And you see what happens. And then when stuff starts happening, and share it. But you've got nothing to lose.